Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies and comrades, I hope you're doing well wherever you are. This is K3lled Revolutionary. Now, I want to touch on something very briefly, and I won't go into depth into this because I do not have all the information. I will confess here that I do not have the historical knowledge on the background of this conflict, but from the surface, the few articles that I've read about this topic, which is about the Rwanda Congo conflict, or conflict in Congo in general, and how Rwanda is involved in this and all the international communities. I just want to give my 2 cents based on the few articles I've read. And if I am wrong, please correct me, because right now, what seems to be the narrative is South Africa is about to go to war with Rwanda. That's basically the narrative that is being pushed out there. If you look at all these African blogs and African news piece, it seems like the president of Rwanda, especially after giving his submission yesterday in that meeting where he had emergency meeting where he was held with Ruto and the Burundi president, who was unable to speak because of the internet connection and stuff like that. Ramaphosa also was part of it. The Congolese president, I forgot his name, Tshisekedi or whatever his name is, Felix, did not attend that Zoom meeting. But I just want to highlight something. I want to give my basic surface, not really in-depth understanding of the conflict, but just from the few things that I have read and my basic understanding. Like I said, I have a very surface level understanding of the conflict. So if you have more knowledge about this, please correct me on the comment section, okay? So here it is. Now, from my understanding, the M23, okay, M23 militia that has been, fighting in Eastern Congo, who reportedly took over the Goma city of Goma, okay? It is said that they are comprised of Tutsis that live in Congo, because the Tutsi people, the tribe, they just do not stay in only the Congo, because from my understanding, again, guys, geographically, you can look, Rwanda borders with Congo, okay, eastern part of Congo, okay? So it's kind of like the Maasai community. The Maasai community are huge. They are nomadic people, and they do not just stay only in Kenya. They don't only reside in Kenya. They reside in Kenya, and there's some who reside in Tanzania, okay? So we have Maasais who come from Tanzania, who stay in Tanzania, and the Maasais from Kenya. So, of course, if there's any conflict, and you remember some years back when Tanzania were kind of trying to get rid of the Maasais in Tanzania, and it kind of became an issue. So you can't really tell the Maasais in Tanzania to move to Kenya or vice versa, because it's a tribe that, it's a huge tribe, and they live a nomadic lifestyle where they kind of occupy that space, that area that engulfs, and it just goes beyond the borders of the colonial borders of Kenya and Tanzania. So that's the case of Tutsis in that eastern region of Congo. There are Tutsis who live in the eastern part of Congo, and also Tutsis who are, of course, from Rwanda. Okay? So here's the thing. I guess these guys, because they are also it's not just a matter of the tribalism as per se. It's not just like that Congo wants the Tutsis to go back to Rwanda. That's not the case here. I think there's more involved in this, and as I do research, because it seems like there's some mining places that are, what do you call it, land that have, as you know, guys, Congo is very rich in minerals. So there are places that these on the eastern part of Congo that the militia M23 have always wanted to take control of, okay? And these are very mining rich, rich in, as you know, Congo is rich in very minerals, okay? So these are mining areas that M23 always wanted to have control over, okay? And it is being said that Kagame, he's been accused of, using this M23, helping them. Of course, Kagame is a Tutsi from Rwanda, so this is his tribesmen from the other side of the, of the boundaries, of the colonial boundaries. Okay, so he has been accused of using this M23 to control some mineral-rich areas and mining that land, whether it's copper and all this wonderful stuff, gold, where he uses this and shift it back to Rwanda, and then they mix it up with Rwandese minerals and sell it as Rwanda's products. Okay, and they've been saying that it is said that Rwanda has actually developed and the money that they use have been used. The money that they got that are used for development of Rwanda are actually money that comes from the wealth from the minerals from Congo, Eastern Congo. Okay, so that's why people are pointing a finger at Kagame for helping that military, that militia called M23, okay, which comprises of majority of them are the Tutsi guys. Okay, so it makes sense that Kagame will be protecting them and helping them as far as with weapons and all this stuff. But again, the conflict comes also because the president of Congo feels like Kagame is meddling in their country, okay? Because he feels like, oh, listen, yes, they are Tutsi in Eastern Congo, but Congo is part of our country. So why why are you helping out this militia to destabilize that, whatever this area is? Now, there's other factors that involve, of course, you saw the mercenaries there, Romanian mercenaries who are being used to do whatever they're doing to protect his mines and all this stuff. Congo is very complicated, so I won't claim to be an expert on Congo. So if you have more information, please share with me here and tell me. But here is what I want to zero in on. Yesterday, and I wish I had my other gadget so I can show this video, but it's on my X, and I'll put some link on the description box so you guys can see it for yourself. On that meeting yesterday, where an emergency meeting that Ruto, called a virtual meeting, that Felix Tshisekedi, the president of Congo, and the Rwandese president and Burundi's president was supposed to attend. Of course, Ramaphosa was there, but Felix, the president of Congo, did not. I watched a bit of Rwandese Kagame, Paul Kagame's, Kagame's speech or submission in that meeting, and he sounded very, very pugilistic in his approach. He was very, very, what can I say, not diplomatic at all. He was telling it like it is. He sounded a little bit frustrated, kind of defensive. In fact, his statement, some people in some quarters consider his statement as a declaration of war. He was referring to his discussion with Ramaphosa. He felt like Ramaphosa, Ramaphosa talked very well when he had a discussion with him on the phone, but the actions on the ground kind of was different, okay? So he was laying it out there. I'll put the link so you can see how he was speaking. And basically he's saying, listen, if South Africa wants to, take military action against us, so be it. Rwanda is not going to sit back. We are ready for whatever you guys want to bring to us. We are ready. We are ready. And if you look at the Twitter sphere, okay, on the internet, a lot of people who are pro-Rwanda, who like Kagame, are really saying, we are not a militia. We are ready for war. If South Africa wants to go with war with us, we are not scared. We are not we're just a small country, but we are not, by no means we're a bunch of punks. We will match you. If you want to go to war, we'll go to war. Okay? Even the Museveni's son, We know how he is. He posted something, a picture of him and Kagame saying Tutsi is because I guess Museveni comes from a tribe that is related to the Tutsis. Okay, it's kind of a sub whatever of the Tutsi tribe. Okay, and he posted there a picture of him and Kagame saying Tutsis will not lay down, will fight, whatever. You know, you can go look at his tweet and know what I'm talking about. So basically, you know, there's a lot of Rwandese, especially, you know, Tutsis, of course, who are really, you know, are really anti-South Africa, and they're saying they're ready for whatever. And again, there's also another speech by Kagame where he said, mercenaries are the most useless people, okay? If you use mercenaries, you'll never win or something like that. Now, this concerns me because now, while I understand people are divided in this, people feel like Ramaphosa is acting on behalf of the Western, you know, whites, South Africans, because you know Ramaphosa is said to be he's a sellout, you know, he's sold out to the big mining companies in South Africa. That's why he, you know, agreed to this coalition government and stuff like that. Okay, so people feel like Ramaphosa has been compromised, is kind of taking his orders from the West, okay? South Africa is considered to be militarily like one of the top, you know, militaries in Africa, okay? So if there's conflicts like that, they usually send South Africa. Remember, they were involved in Mozambique. Obviously, they did not succeed there, but anyway, their troops that have been seen are making their way to South Africa, to Congo to handle that, to handle that, they are going to help the Congolese government to fight the M23, which is said to be funded by Rwanda, Kagame, okay? Now, like I said, Kagame said that mercenaries are useless and all this. We all saw the pictures of those mercenaries who have been, you know, disarmed, checked, whatever, searched, and they were sent back to their country. Now, here is the thing. Russia, of course, when speaking on the issue, they kind of reminded people of the historical injustices of Congo. I wanted to make this video short because I don't want to keep you here for a long time. I just want to land. Before I land, I just want to say this. Kagame is said to have come to power with the help of the CIA, okay? Kagame has been a president since I don't know how long now in Rwanda. It's been a long time, okay? Now, the thing that is being said, it is said that Kagame, he's doing well for Rwanda. He's using the minerals and the agricultural benefits that Rwanda, the land, offers to build the nation of Rwanda. And also he said that he is also using the minerals that are being mined in the M23 Tutsi controlled land in part of Congo, Eastern Congo, okay? So he's been accused of that. And it is said that Kagame has always put off, you know, he's very keen on not letting the Western powers, the Western colonialists, to, put their hand on the jar, so to speak. Like, he's not letting the West have their way when it comes to the minerals in Eastern Congo, okay? He wants to have the control of it and is not letting them have any control of it. And this might not sit well with the West because we know Congo is basically very, very, very much under heavy influence as far as militarily and all these private militaries. The Chinese are there, the Russians are there, the United States are there also, Belgian, French. It's just about everyone is in on it. They have their hand in Congo, okay? And the West, to be specific, are not happy with Kagame. They feel like Kagame, yes, they help Kagame get into power, whatever the case is, but they feel like Kagame now is kind of cutting them off, is not letting them, have their cut, so to speak, on this mining thing. And that might not sit, is not it's leaving the colonialists have a very kind of not a comfortable relationship with Kagame. That's why you've had Kagame on the past few years. He has been really anti-West, okay? And so it is said that Ramaphosa, who is a Western stooge, okay, even though he belongs to BRICS and all this stuff or whatever, but he's, for the most part, he's been controlled by the miners, the rich, the Boers, the whatever, all these big companies, mining companies of South Africa, the Afrikaans, okay? But anyway, so it is said that the West is using Ramaphosa to kind of counter Kagame's military expedition in Eastern Congo through this M23 group, okay? Because, you know, the West usually does not want to get its hands dirty directly. They use somebody who looks like you to take you out. Now, here's the interesting part, ladies and gentlemen, because you know in this channel, I also look things in all angles, including spiritual angle. There's this prophetess, that's what she's referred to. She has a YouTube channel, I think. She became famous when she had a prophecy about TD Jakes. You guys remember TD Jakes? She said TD Jakes, you know, years ago, she said TD Jakes was a homosexual and it will come out, he'll be exposed. And so when this Diddy thing happened and TD Jakes was involved in it, say to be involved in this stuff, you know, people kind of started going back and playing these clips by this lady called the prophetess Celestial, I think that's her name. And I'll show you the video in the comment section, on the comment section, or in the description box, so you can look at this prophecy. This lady, she made a video 2 years ago, and she prophesied about the death of Paul Kagame, the president of Rwanda. And she said that Paul Kagame will be unalived by an American-led mercenary or something like that, okay? Basically, it will be a bunch of mercenaries will get rid of Kagame, but it will be the hand of America who are behind his, death, okay? So she prophesied that, and I want you to go to listen to that prophecy, listen to it. So the reason why I brought that up is because when I was listening to Kagame speak about his, the discussion he held with Ramaphosa, it really hit me because, again, Kagame was not being diplomatic by any means. He was like, he spoke against, all this, whatever. And, Kagame has always, like I said, in the past few years, he has been really very, very vocal, speaking against the West and their West involvement and all this stuff, which I think might not sit well with the people on the West. I know as a Pan-Africanist, I will be championing that and say, yes, Kagame, go Kagame. But again, Kagame also, he came to power by the help of those, It kind of reminds me of Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein came to power by the help of Donald Rumsfeld and the CIA. But it's the same Donald Rumsfeld and the CIA and Washington, D.C., who got rid of Saddam Hussein when Saddam Hussein, stopped playing ball. He didn't stick with the script. Okay, so that's what reminds me of Kagame. I think Kagame, is at the point where he feels like he has great influence in that area. And again, he's sticking to his guns. He's saying, I'm not letting the West have a cut in these products. Okay, here I have the M23 who are doing the whatever, and they are helping our economy, and I will stick to that. Okay, so it's putting him in at odds with the president of Congo, who is said to be also a puppet of the West, all right? So all in all, what I'm saying is this. It is interesting. When I saw that video of Kagame speaking yesterday, and also him speaking about mercenaries, okay? I was a little worried. It reminded me of that prophecy by Celestial, when she said that Paul Kagame, will be assassinated by some mercenaries that are kind of are American mercenaries, basically, something. It will be an order, it will be a hit by the Washington, D.C. or something like that. Americans will be behind it. And again, I'll let you guys watch that video on the description box and tell me what you think. And I'll also post it on one of the comments so you can see that prophecy, see it by yourself. It was made 2 years ago. and it was about how Kagame will be unalived by the hands of the West. Okay, so you guys go watch that and tell me what you think. I just think it was very interesting, and it just looks like Kagame might not be in the best position now. Now that South Africa is sending their troops there, and he might be the enemy of the West. Now, again, like I say to all my friends from Rwanda and people who are pro Kagame, it's good that he's standing up to the West and all this stuff, whether you are for him or against him. I just think that Kagame, if he's going to stand up to these people, he has to take a page from Ibrahim Traore. Traore survived because he had the help of the Russians, okay? That's the reason why Traore survived. Kagame is going by probably trying to go to war with these guys by himself. And I don't think he's going to make it. I don't think technologically his military equipment are not advanced enough. These guys are very sketchy. They can take you out. So I hope everything goes well for Congo and Rwanda and there's peace. But it just reminded me of that prophecy about the death of Kagame. And it kind of, to me, it's kind of coming together. It's like it's happening, it's almost happening. You can see he's at odds with, the so-called people in South Africa and the West and all this stuff. But anyway, guys, that's all I wanted to say. If you have more information and you feel like you want to say something about this, comment to the comment section up there and let me know what you think, okay? By the way, Ruto just got a backlash because the first call he made was to Macron. Who calls France when it comes to issues regarding Africa? I mean, France was a colonialist. It's like you're calling... Anyway, you know the deal. Ruto is a goner. Ruto is an embarrassment. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and comment on this comment section. Tell me what you think about this prophecy and what's transpiring in Congo as it relates to Rwanda and Uganda and Kenya and East Africa and Africa as a whole. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace and blessings.